Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We're working on the Angel. It's been a couple of weeks since I played this. I wasn't sure if I was going to continue it or not, but I think we will. When I won't stream it, I'll record it instead, I think that's what we're doing. So, what we were doing... I think we were just on our way out of the darkness. I think. It looks that way to me. Right, let's do this. There are difficult battles to come. Your heroes are tired and may run out of spells to replenish your camp powers. Set up a camp. Okay. Have we got the best people in there? I think we have. Yeah, 3 for that. Camouflage 3. 7, yes. Okay, we're not very good at anything, are we? Alright, begin resting. And I really can't remember what skills or buffs we've got, so we'll have to check it when we get out of here. Fail to camouflage, fail to weaken. Right, let's have a quick look at what we've got here, shall we? Have we got any buffs? Shield of Faith, I'll have that one. 1 minute a level. So we've got 1 minute on that, no 2 minutes. Okay. Unbreakable Heart, I'm not sure we need that yet. Right, we've got next to nothing then.
I will not falter.
Ouch. Wow. Is that the way you shut people up, is it? Ouch. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall into their knees, one after another, and crawl to the Asimar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the slushing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony, one clutches at their head, when another doubles over. You feel a saliva pool in your mouth. Metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try and bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die. Angel Path. So tempted. Seize the light hidden within you. By sheer force of will you master your range and, almost in response, warmth suffuses you within. Warmth of joy. From a simple realization you can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound is reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. Boom. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. Oscilla. Oscilla points at you. He's already wounded. Wendog, kill. Wendog silently emerges from the shadows. I'm no longer your slave, Oscilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose in where it doesn't belong.
They will make it against our resolve.
Oui.
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh, nice miss. Can we hit? Yeah, doesn't look like it.
The light, take you.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Sort her out one.
The spirits demand your blood.
You won't survive me.
You are today's sacrifice. We shall overcome.
Into the fray.
Endure this.
Ouch.
Matricium Turinos.
Do not hold back.
Oh, God, we hit her. Fear? Yeah, frightened. Oh dear.
Make every strike count.
Go for their hearts. Strike as one.
Nice.
Defeat is not an option.
Okay then. Oui. Right, well, you saw that.
Attack!
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Matricium Turinos.
Now we're feared.
going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
Inspect the wound on your chest. Bleeding deep wound on your chest is gone like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If she had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander, and judging by the smell of the blood pouring from her chest, the demons will be able to find her wherever she goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
So you've been serving as Melek this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try and stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Melek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean that you ate human flesh too? Of course you did.
Yes. Priscilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry, and she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live, and gain the power to change everything. Melek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece, More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Oh. Did they do the dirty?
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
What do you service to, hostile or entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neathers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
No, we couldn't ask her to join us. We're very good. Leave. I never want to see your face again, Wendell.
Do you think I like looking at you, Uplander? I'll just wait till you're asleep, and then I'll slit your throat. No matter where you are.
I think that was the good thing to do, let her go.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head. Chief Soul appears flanked by mongrels. The journey's taken its toll on him. His breath is laboured, and the sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What? Anivia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out the whole run isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here. Damn it. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance for the Eagle Watch in Avia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Carnabres? Yeah, right, like it wasn't enough that I sniffed every damn shadow in the city. Everyone knows the stories, the demons living beneath the streets of Carnabres. Those tales are as old as the Crusaders themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistake, so thanks. How's the leg? Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not going to die, don't worry. This place must be burned with holy flame. This place is overrun with demons. And that's not the worst part. Wonderwag. She's been working for the demons all this time, luring young, strong mongrels into the maze. We might still be able to save these ones, but they can't get any stupider, that's for sure. They might be meaner than they were before, but I suppose all teenagers are monsters in their own way.
Ah, Lan, we don't waste words on people who don't listen to the tribe. You act a fool, you suffer the consequences. When Dewag, how could she? She deceived them and then she left. What's become of us? Cheer up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now. The demons are gone and the traitor's been dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know what it will be like when they come to, but look after them. Chief, they went through something horrific today. Not everybody's capable of enduring something like that. It will change them forever. Chief Soul, as long as they can hunt, the rest can wait, Uplander, and you, Lan, you save them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. But we are a tribe. We will think of something, and when they're stronger, they can go up to the surface. The time has come. It's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skidding cave rats. Chief Soul. Okay. You never were one of us. You always looked up. You do. You think I don't see these things. Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where is the way out? Beats me, but these beasts got down here somehow. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Items received. Cultist dispatch. Those cheeky sons of. This is all the information of the cultists in the city, their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge in Canabris right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Yeehaw! Got some looting to do. Show the cultist dispatch. To the commander of the Crusader forces. Okay, we'll do that loot first. Collect all. Better put a save in, we haven't done that for a while. Okay, nothing that way, anything this way? No. Right, looks like we're getting out of Dodge.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Surface, finally. Managed to fresh air so much. We're in the basement, looks like Great Garrison. You hear the sounds of battle from above. Out of the pan and into the fire. Yeah, sounds like a... oh dear. We are well encumbered. Let's drop them. Drop. 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 I really don't want to drop all the stuff that's worth a lot. Got a long way to go though. Now we're going to have to lose some of these. Drop. Marching Terror. Are we still encumbered?
We march ahead.
That's okay. Proper scrap going on there. Irabeth, the half-orc before you wearing armour adorned with Iomeda's golden swords is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't got much sleep over the last few days. There's salt in her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you're a friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Anivia.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here is a new friend. She rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without her, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
What is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information about the location of the cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabris. This is Lan.
Most people in Canabris think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabris hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabris.
Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it so important?
The Wardstones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabris obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
How did Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabris, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Dascari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Let's not waste any time. It's a battle.
That's the spirit. You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
You hear laboured breathing interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Horgus is holding his rapier hilt in his white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabris can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Rebeth raises her blade and the swords inspired by her cry rush into battle with renewed vigour. Please who the 100.
Our path leads on. Save the last one for me.
You're now playing with auto end turn enabled. This option allows the game to end turn automatically when your character finishes their standard move and actions. Yeah, I'll leave it on for the time being. What have you got?
Make every strike count.
Okay. You don't want to run through them like that.
We shall overcome.
Bad decision.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Ooh, okay.
You are today's sacrifice.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
No glory without risk.
Do not hold back. Go for their hearts.
You won't survive me.
Oh, she managed to hit one. Wow.
I'll cut you wide open.
Endure this!
Go on, Staunton.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, we are back up.
Make every strike count.
Don't get in the way.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
This pain
Ow.
excruciating.
Arcane spell failure, really? There we go.
You are today's sacrifice.
You won't survive me.
Am I at your limit?
The light take you. Pray!
Attack!
Make every strike count.
Nice.
I will guide us.
Oh, that's all the stuff I dropped. Minago.
Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh! What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Minago. You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Staunton, do you know this demon?
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Terezin fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
crossed the wrong mongrel.
Miss, 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 miss. We could be in trouble.
You won't survive me.
Okay, I feel you again. Heal thyself. Well, that didn't do very much.
I'll cut you wide open.
This will leave it. I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
I shall not falter.
Good dodge. Go on, Erebeth. At least you can hit things.
Endure this!
Focus failure.
Well,
The spirits demand your blood. Pain is excruciating.
Make every strike count.
So this is how it feels.
that's the whole front line done.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We could do damage like that.
You won't survive me.
Well, we're in trouble. That might help. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Right.
Thanks, Len.
As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening. Voices pleading for help, shrieking, cursing and taunts, curses and taunts. You blink and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious Lord Stone. Well, what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
She couldn't care less, Camellia. You feel righteous fury swell within you. How dare this demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with her hooves? A world created by gods and cultivated by mortals. These cultists, how dare they betray all that is sacred in this world and join forces of the foulest evil? Can they repent, redeem themselves, or have they followed the path of evil past the point of no return? The Wardstone seems to sense your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. Requires Angel Mythic Path, reveal the light of heaven. Your victory celebration is our little premature demon. Echoing the holy flame erupting from your hand, the light also gets brighter and brighter until it floods the chamber. You hear the voices again, stronger now. They repeat your words like a choir of angels.
Hey, No Eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid?
Don't listen to it. The fiend wants us to lose all hope. She won't succeed.
I'm done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back, and heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
We will prevail.
Ow.
Endure this!
We are exhausted.
You are today's sacrifice. The inheritor, guide my blade. We shall overcome. Do not hold back.
Oh, come on.
Make every strike count.
That's it. I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Wardstone? Here's a little demonstration.
I suppose we'll stop a righteous army.
Iomedae is with us!
Yes, yes. Keep telling yourself that.
The rural voices blends with an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark.
Praise Iomedae, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened?
Couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they're holed up in the Tower of Esrod.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
What's the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomedae's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Can I help in any way? We already know about the Wardstone.
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori. A new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Okay, what's a wardstone?
Wardstones are a gift of Iomade, created personally by her herald, a mighty angel and a general of the celestial armies. The wardstones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
Everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Inevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Thank you very much. Nice. Right, we've got a lot of stuff to sell. Is there anybody here to sell to? That's an Avia. So what would we get in Hawks? Oh, hang on a minute. Beth gave you a crucial mission, I get that, and I know that you'll get the job done. I saw you in action, but here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defences here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if you'll be able to fight them off. When do you think the demons will attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know that lost the upper hand, and that's going to push, and we're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know after the attack. Some things could be changed beyond recognition, so if you've got any business that needs taken care of, you better do it soon. Everything seems clear so far. What do you wish to discuss? So the rift that Dan Beetle left with its scythe, yeah, it was cut the city in two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried it to make sure, but if you got a mighty well cross, I think you're going to have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once over. Do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? No. Your task is far too important. You can't just hold up here all cosy and wait for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. If those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here. If you don't, you'll be going back to an ash pile. Got it? Okay. Got it. August Worm. You take this, it's 2,000 coins, set your payment. Remember that August Worm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now speaking of the future cooperation. I have a job that would perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I pay generously for your services. What do you mean a job for someone like me? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze and lie down drunk in a gutter? Or do you think you're somehow different? A travelling knight, perhaps, a noble of heart, but without a coin into your name. Okay. You seem reliable enough, ally to me. I need to get me out of those mongrel caves, so why should I care what you do with the money once you've got it? Perception check. August seems like one of the people who think the entire world owes up something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath this smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pain to conceal it. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly, but I think refrain from such statements in the future. Oh, really? How impudent. No one dares or August Worm how to address this rabble. So what does this job involve? He wants a bodyguard to go to his mansion. To go to his mansion and see what's there, I should imagine. Okay. Meet him at his mansion. Also take Camellia with you. Okay. What kind of reward are you talking about? Diplomacy 23. We're not going to get away with it, are we? Double the reward, now think about it. Oh, succeeded. Deal. The medallion you wear, that's a sacred symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Kaeline? Show me what you have. Keep that. Whenever we're equals cast a cantrip for a first level spell and the spell is condition. Okay. Dark Woman. 13,000. Well, we can't afford that then, can we? 2,500. Get that. Get that. Deal. Copy recipe, yeah. Oh, we leveled up as well. Right, let's see what we got here. Level 3. Auricular, crane style. Complete, and I will do the others either next time or off camera. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. This is Olgrey signing off.